join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Thank you, Colin, for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Hello, parents, family, and friends. Mr. Citro, Mr. Parksarnicle, Mr. Ryerson, and myself, along with Macopin Middle School staff, would like to thank you for joining us as we induct 51 students into the National Junior Honor Society. Although we couldn't be together, we are grateful and honored to welcome you all to the 43rd Annual Induction Ceremony for the Thomas A. Kraft chapter of the National Junior Honor Society. The National Junior Honor Society was established in 1929 by the National Association of Secondary School Principals. Its purpose is to complement and encourage a high academic performance and to promote the growth and the development of outstanding personal qualities in students at the middle school level. The roots of this society date back to the founding of Pi Beta Kappa, the National Honor Society at William and Mary College in Virginia. This is a significant way we, as educators, have of offering praise and recognition for excellence in these areas. The purpose of today's program is to honor those students from Macopin School who have maintained a high academic standing and who have demonstrated a true understanding of the importance of the qualities of scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character in their daily lives. As some of the inductees speak, we will note that scholarship without the highest moral character would be of little value. In addition, membership of the National Junior Honor Society has been attained by these students' consistent and superior demonstration of the qualities of leadership, citizenship, service, and character both in school and in our community. The lighted candle symbolizes all knowledge, but as we will see, knowledge must be supported by and disseminated with these other qualities. Inductees will review them for us. Ava Murphy will begin by speaking about scholarship.
The light of the gold candle signifies the gold of wisdom. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for learning ends only at the end of one's lifetime. Knowledge, one of the greatest elements of success, can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the responsibility to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Hannah Garcia will speak about leadership.
Leadership is represented by the royal-colored purple. A leader should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objectives. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to bend one's personal interest in the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power or resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed and is thus a substantial charge to each of our members and to the candidates. Samantha Krautheim will comment on the importance of service.
The light from the red candle represents the unselfish courage that gives service to our country, school, and community. Those who serve others are repaid with satisfaction and a feeling of goodwill. In the routine of a day's work, service without monetary compensation, recognition, or a favored position is a quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Charlotte Storch will speak about character.
The green candle and its light represents character. Character is the force within each individual that distinguishes that person from all others. It gives each person individuality and personality. It is that without which one cannot respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved, not received. It is the product of daily striving to make the right choices. By exercising self-control, we become, in reality, what we wish to appear to others. In demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, courtesy, and sincerity, we may hope to prove, that we value character. Colin Lanier will explain the value of citizenship.
The flame of the blue candle represents citizenship, which is essential to the development, growth, and survival of democracy and freedom. Good citizens accept the responsibility as well as the privileges of being American citizens. They study the issues to be determined by voting and the qualifications of the candidates before rendering a decision. They obey the law and respect the rights of their fellow man. It is through the loyalty and patriotism as citizens that the rights and privileges of all citizens are strengthened and protected. Now, as much as at any time in our history of our country, the need for responsible citizenship is apparent. Our personal citizenship is reflected in our attitudes towards scholarship, leadership, service, and character.
5 candles representing scholarship, leadership, citizenship, service, and character have been lit. Each has a place in the life of the student, but as we have seen, each light is small and flickering by itself. It needs the others to transmit the full rich flame of knowledge and understanding. At this time, I will read the names of each of the students who have read and signed the candidate pledge. Haley Allwood, Carlos Banks, Megan Barnes, Chloe Breithag, Dominic Bufordisi, Ethan Burke, Chloe Burns, Lexa Cardona, Julie Carlino, Melissa Commune, Isabella DeBonis, Madison Friedman, Lauren Fry, Hannah Garcia, Andrew Golas, Jelena Haas, Ashlyn Hensley, Colin Owaschuk, Annabeth Jones, Krista Keller, Sierra Kepi, Daniel Krautheim, Samantha Krautheim, Nicholas Lombardo, Abigail Madara, Ryan McCook, Colin Menier, Leah Mora, Ava Murphy, Allison Osterly, Jessica Orsino, Daniel Platt, Jessica Post, Brett Provenzano, Darren Provenzano, Summer Quinn, Maddie Relicki, Skylar Rabitsky, Lily Rodek, Tiffany Santa Lucia, Jennifer Scala, Jacob Schwarzlow, Caitlin Schubert, Rebecca Sledge, Allison Stein, Charlotte Storch, Noah Traverso, Madison Trout, Avery Vaca, Lena Vilner. Connor Vogt. Mr. Citro, these students are qualified for membership and have been duly elected to the Thomas A. Kraft chapter of the National Junior Honor Society. It gives me great pleasure to present them to you.
Hello, Macopin students and parents. I hope that you and your families are safe and healthy. While I wish we could be meeting in person, it doesn't detract from the pride that I've had in our National Junior Honor Society class of 2020. Certainly this year has not ended the way we would have hoped, but this is still a celebration of the young men and women who are being inducted today. Of course, these students could not be here without the support and love of their families, so congratulations to you out there as well. As parents and family members, you've instilled a work ethic and a passion for education that will carry these students to great heights in high school and beyond. While we induct these students tonight, we must also recognize the contributions of their elementary teachers and their Macopin school staff as well. This society and the success of the students inducted into it would not be possible without the support of our community, our Board of Education administrators and supervisors, and all of our central staff. All of them send along their best wishes tonight, including Dr. Anamone, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Novak, our Director of Education, Dr. McQuaid, our Director of Special Services, Mrs. Francisco, our Business Administrator, Mr. Trenicosta, our Supervisor of Phys Ed and Health, Mrs. West, our Supervisor of English, Ms. Bohan, our Supervisor of Mathematics, Mr. Barno, our Supervisor of Music and Art, Mrs. Ludwig, our Supervisor of World Language, Ms. Weiss-Magasic, our Supervisor of Science and Industrial Arts, Mrs. Johnson, our Supervisor of History, Social Sciences and Guidance, and Mrs. Pearsall, our Supervisor of Special Services. You've just listened to Ava, Hannah, Samantha, Charlotte, and Colin speak about scholarship, leadership, service, character, and citizenship. The students being inducted tonight possess all of these characteristics. In order to just begin the process of being considered for membership, these students must have a 3.75 grade point average over 6 marking periods. This equates to almost A's in every subject. In addition to outstanding grades, they must demonstrate the 5 traits that I just mentioned. A faculty committee then reviews this information with the selections that are being made. I would like to thank our faculty committee, Mr. Vetter, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Calamari, Ms. Siegel, Mr. Matthews, as well as our co-chairs, Mr. Ryerson and Mrs. Fink. In 1976, Macopin became a middle school. The first principal was Thomas A. Kraft. I knew Mr. Kraft as the high school principal when I was a student here in West Milford. He is a man who valued education and had very high expectations for all of us. Now, you students sit here as members of the Thomas A. Kraft chapter of the National Junior Honor Society, and you represent everything that Mr. Kraft stood for. This is the 43rd year that we've been inducting students into this society. Many of our students have gone on to great things. Dozens of them are now serving as essential workers, military personnel, and first responders during this time, embodying the character traits that I spoke about earlier. From this group, we have also had pilots of Air Force and Helicopter One, a congressional aide, professional athletes, an Olympic gold medalist, successful business owners, several teachers, school administrators, and members of the Peace Corps. Our Macopin alumni have attended Yale, Princeton, West Point, the Citadel, the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, the U.S. Naval Academy, and many, many more prestigious institutions of higher learning. We've also had a Rhodes Scholar as part of our society. This list could go on and on. As I mentioned earlier, your induction would not be possible without the support of your parents and families. So I now ask that our new inductees turn and thank their parents and family members who have helped get you to this point. If I could leave you with some thoughts, it would be to continue to work hard, lead, and serve others. That's what any good principal would say to you. You've learned how to persevere, not just in school, but when faced with a global crisis. It would have been easy to coast through the end of the year in our current circumstance, but you have chosen not to. You've risen to the occasion and you should be proud of yourselves. I also encourage you to take some time and enjoy this honor. Appreciate how hard you've worked and how good you have it right now. You are all on the verge of a great journey and your future holds no boundaries. Be proud of what you've accomplished, but don't be satisfied. It's been my pleasure to send this message to you tonight, and our Macopin family misses you terribly. Stay healthy, best wishes, and good luck.